as the proposed budget was being put together, and when I went to the department heads and said, my goal is to cut 5% off the 2009 approved budget, an actual cut, even taking into account that we had $320,000 of additional expense that we had no control over. You know, the mantra was, is this a necessity or is this a nicety? And I think we're in a financial situation where we have to distinguish what are necessities and what are niceties. And the necessities to serve 11,000 people plus the many additional thousands who come here to shop or go to school or go to work or just pass through, that's the first priority. And things that are nice to provide but are not necessities to the whole population that we serve, to me, in my opinion, those are disposable items now and probably for a number of years into the future. And I mean, we have this problem in New York State. New York State is looking at a $3 or $4 billion deficit for the current fiscal year, and they cannot figure out what to do other than raise taxes. Next year is going to be 15 to 18 billion, and they can't make those they can't distinguish between the things that are absolutely necessary and the things that are nice. So there's a whole bunch of things on these sheets of paper that are certainly, in my opinion, nice. If you want to add them back to the budget, add them back to the budget. Make a resolution, restore it to the budget, and tell me and Mrs. Sikorsky how you want to pay for it. Raise the property tax levy, take more money from the general fund balance, add an additional revenue item. If you want to go item by item, that's fine with me. If you want to do it, I'd rather do it item by item, but if you want to do it in the aggregate, that's up to you guys. It's not my call. But I mean, we can sit here and talk for hours and hours, and I don't know that we're going to, come to any widely held consensus here. The people who want specific things want specific things. They don't, the impact on the budget as a whole typically isn't an issue in those circumstances. Formal decision basis. Yes, Mrs. Arnold?
I would like to tell you folks how much we use the band and how necessary it is for us. I know that money is tight, it is all over. But if we have lived this long, and I might add, paying taxes, but good, I can't imagine removal of that ban. It is wonderful for us. I can get to a doctor. Would you like to know how much it costs to get to a doctor with a cab? About $10, $14. How do we afford that? Plus, pay our taxes that I live in. I'm asking you folks, please consider us old folks. We need the van. Thank you. I live in Oneida on Belmont Ave, and I do use and hopefully can hang on to the van to be able to shop. I can tell you what a cab costs. I don't think you would use it. We couldn't afford it. The van, we know we make a simple phone call to the gal at City Hall. We tell her whether it's our hair appointment or the grocery store. Now, we do like to eat, whether you think we need our hair done or not. I am for the bank, and I beg you people to keep it for us. Thank you.
Do you want to change the van service and make it an income eligible kind of thing? Do you want to charge more? Do you want to charge the people who use it more? Do you want to limit it to staying within the city? Or do you want to limit it to going no more than 10 miles from the intersection of Route 46 and Route 365A.
When's the proper time to do that? Right now?
We need to pass a budget. Okay, we need to pass a budget sooner rather than later.
Nobody wants to, I frankly am not gonna go over 10.1%, I can tell you that.
Well, no,
So some of that stuff's
exactly.
got
I
to
mean, I get a
happen.
sense that you're very reluctant because your conversation on the ban is only 3 of the 10%. You've got another 7% you added. Plus you have, you know, in your decision making, you have no money for street repair. I just,
Yeah, that was added in too.
not street repair, sidewalk repair.
Sidewalk, I'm sorry, you're right.
But,
Yeah.
you know, so that whole program will be put on hold.
No, sidewalks in there.
No, the street
Street.
repair will be put on hold, so.
Well, I know everybody is reluctant to do either thing, which is to propose a resolution for an increase in the tax rate or to eliminate the things that seem to be so important to both our seniors and some of our young people. But I'm always of the opinion that the things that we are required to do are public safety and infrastructure. And as these things, as I look this over right now, I would not vote yes to have these things go back in.
How vital is it that they have a new van? Brandon, is the van shot? How vital is it that you have that new van?
Well, here's the thing, the current van, at the end of the year, will have 145,000 miles rating, thereabout.
We are sitting right now, we're going to roll 137,000 miles tomorrow.
Okay,
So-
let me rephrase my question. If you've got an option of having a service without a new van, or, let me put it to that way. Now how vital does the new van become?
Well, obviously, the service that we have with the current van, it works, but the current van, the air conditioner doesn't work, which may or may not be a big deal. It's gonna have 140,000 plus miles, which catastrophic things start going on vehicles with that many miles, especially the way that this van goes. But whether or not that happens, I don't know. If the van isn't in operation, Randy is still paid. So if that van goes out of service for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however many weeks,
Right.
he's still paid. So whether or not the van's in service or not, he will still be paid. You're asking me if I'd rather have the service?
No, I'm saying,
You're saying how vital is a new van, correct?
how vital is a new van? I mean, let's look at the political realities. I think you're looking at an uphill fight here. Okay, just, being honest, throwing it right out there. And now, when we start talking about new vans and, Randy's salary and all that, work with me here a little.
No, what I'm telling you is that you're asking me, that's not my recommendation is to purchase a new van. Whether the council wants to or doesn't want to purchase a new van, that's on the council. What I'm saying, we can certainly try to go with this van and run it till it's dry. Absolutely, we can do that. But what I'm telling you is that if this van fails, which vehicles often fail when they reach this mileage mark or this wear and tear, in years past, we've always replaced that van every 4 years. I believe we're going on the 6th year with this van, Randy, is that correct? So, in years past, we've replaced it. In years past, we have always had a backup vehicle in the event the primary vehicle is down. We do not have a backup vehicle because the backup vehicle was taken off the road due to a rotting frame. So, again, would I like to see the service continue? Again, it's in the budget. That's a decision for the council. I don't make policy and procedure. I administer what the council puts in place. So I don't think it's up to me whether or not the van goes in, because if it was, it's in the budget. I put it in the budget for the 2010 year. It's up to the council to decide where they want to keep the van service. Could you bypass the van? Absolutely. I'm simply telling you that if the van fails catastrophically, engine, transmission, something, are you going to put $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 into a van in this condition?